what we fail to understand is that the person you are is the very first thing you need for a wonderful marriage. As a matter of fact, if you accidentally marry the right person and you yourself, you are not the right person, you have not prepared yourself for marriage, you may be the one to ruin the marriage. And you know what will be funny? You'll be blaming the other person who is far better than you, that they are the ones ruining the marriage. Yes, you are the one ruining the marriage. So if you want a happy home, a glorious home, the very first thing you need to do is to pay attention to yourself. I've not met anybody who says, I'm a bad person, I'm not meant to marry. No. And yet we all know that there are bad people, right? There are people in your departments, in your fellowship, in your church, in your environment who you know this person is a bad person. You know. Now, if you meet that person and ask him, probably he's not yet married. What is your plan for your marriage? That person will tell you that I want this kind of person who is perfect, who will love me, who will do this, who will do that. So the bottom line is that everybody wants the right person. Nobody is focused on becoming the right person. And that is what is ruining our marriages. So in Matthew chapter 19, from verse 3, so they came to Jesus with the divorce question. We are interested in divorcing our wives, and we are willing to divorce them for any flimsy reason. Now, Jesus tells us, are we permitted to divorce our wives for any reason in the book? Now, Jesus abandoned their question and led them to where the answer is. He said, come, the matter of divorce you are now raising, the matter of marriage you are now raising, it is not a matter of the now. It is a matter that God has set in order at the beginning. So the question of divorce, the question of the reason for divorce, the question for why many marriages, either Christian or unbelievers, are dysfunctional today is a matter that has been answered where? In the beginning. Then they said unto him, why then did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? See how Jesus answered again. First question, he said, go back to the beginning. Second question again, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart, suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. So that you understand why we went back to Genesis chapter 2 to read. Jesus quoted from Genesis chapter 2. So now we traveled back to Genesis chapter 2 because if Jesus said the marriage problem, the ultimate marriage problem, whether they are divorced physically, or divorced spiritually, or divorced emotionally, living in the same room but divorced, having children together but divorced. Jesus said, if you want to solve this marriage problem, go back to the beginning. So many people are unable to choose the right partner for themselves because they themselves, they do not understand what a right partner looks like. The reason, sir, the reason, why you chose the wrong lady, it boils down to a fundamental problem with your own self. We don't want to believe. If you are a properly correct person, nobody can pretend to you. They can pretend for a while, but very soon, their pretense will become obvious to you. They can't maintain that pretense in obscurity for too long. Very soon, if you yourself you are correct, you will know. Because you yourself, you know what love means. Nobody can show you what love is not. Hallelujah. Over the weekend, a beloved daughter came to me and narrated how a young man was disturbing her for a relationship. And she said, I told this young man, I want to face my studies for now. When I'm done, I will get into a relationship. But for now, I am not ready. And the young man kept pestering. You know, to an average person, to an average man, men believe that if you pester a woman long enough, they will give in. And I told my daughter, I said, this young man does not love you. If he loves you, he will respect your decision. You didn't respond that I will think about it or I will pray about it. You said, I have laid my life in a particular order. I have decided that for this period of my life, for the next 2 or 3 years, nothing to do with relationship. I want to focus on my academics, on my life, on my career. And the man says, no, you must say yes to me. He doesn't love you. He does not respect your decision. He wants you to change your decision based on feelings and emotions. But you know, an average lady will say, this guy has been troubling me for too long. Let me just give in. And then you give in. Then sometimes in future, that impatience he does not have will begin to show. But you are unable to see it because you yourself, you are not seeing correctly.